introduce our first speaker with a topic, it's just a comma moment, not a full stop. A story of rejection turned into reinvention for this lady. Melanie unpacks how a single painful moment in her life, a painful sentence, changed her and became the starting point of the new her. This talk inspires audiences to release limiting beliefs, to overcome struggles, to embrace digital opportunities, and support people to reclaim their life, their purpose, and rebuild with courage. Please give a warm welcome to Melanie Rothman.
I answered the phone with so much excitement. This could be the call I was waiting for. And then he laughed at me. A laugh that caught deep into my soul. And he said the words that pivoted me. It struck so hard. He was like, Melanie, you are too old. You're 57, you're outdated, you will never get another job. I'm going to be honest, I had myself a pity party. I sobbed, I cried. He had devastated, he had wiped out 35 years of corporate experience. He had wiped out my 2 degrees. He had wiped out all those hours that I spent in corporate in that one sentence that I was no longer worth anything. And I cried. My pity party involved drink that I shouldn't be drinking, lots of chips that I shouldn't be eating, lots of Netflix, and so many tears. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, how the hell did I get here? From that young person who had the whole life ahead of them to being 57 and being tossed aside. But it was a pivotal moment because after 3 days, I went and had a shower. Yes, I needed a shower after 3 days. And I decided at that very moment that conversation from him was just a comma in my life. I was going to write the rest of my sentence. I was going to rise, I was going to rebuild, and I was going to reclaim my life. And nobody ever again will be able to dictate my worth, my value, who I am. And so I went on this journey. I went online. Why? Because everybody's online. And it was going to give me the things that I value. It was going to give me freedom on money. It was going to give me freedom to travel. And it was going to give me freedom of time. So here we started this journey. They said things like a funnel. I thought a funnel was that thing that you pour oil into and that you actually, you know, those little plastic things. I was like, I don't know what this is. They said tech, you needed tech. I was like, no, I used to have people that did tech. I don't do tech. They said there's a done for you program. I was like, what does that mean? I've always worked damn hard. Nobody's done anything for me. But it was that moment that I realized that there were a couple of things that I needed and that you're going to need when you decide to shift your life and reclaim it. You're going to need things like community. Because being single on my own, adult children, out of school, out of the house, I needed community. I needed people that I can talk to, people that I can chat to, people who are walking the same journey as me. And the cool part is, these are people from 20 years old to 80 years old. There's no definition in the online world of how old you need to be. It is available for everybody. I needed coaching, all right? Because when you come out of a corporate environment, it's different. Now you need to be an entrepreneur on your own. I needed coaching and I needed direction because you don't go climbing the top of the stairs, going from here to the top. You've got to do it step by step. And if you're in that situation, you're going to have to take it step by step. I wanted the daily video that tells me, Mel, this is what you need to do today. That one step ahead, the next step ahead, and the next step ahead. So I'm here to tell you that you are not too old. You are not outdated. You are not on the shelf. You get to reclaim your life today. You get to reclaim your future today on your own terms, in your own situation, and to be able to rebuild anything that you want to do. And you've got to follow someone who's done it before. You know, there's so many things online. If you don't follow a program that's already been done and proven, your chances of failure is just so much more. So what I'm saying today is, you know, when I stood there and I listened to this and I was like, you know what, this is a comma. You get to stand up tall. As warrior woman, you get to put your hands on your hips and stand tall like I have and go, I've reclaimed my life. And the best thing in my world is to help other women do exactly the same. So they see me as the hope dealer, the person who helps them go, yes, I can do this. So my name is Melanie Rothman. My company is the Digital Second Act. And maybe you know of somebody who's struggling. Maybe you know of someone who wants to start over. Maybe you know of someone who's crying on their couch, going, what is life going to have for me in the future? Because nobody wants me anymore. I'm here and I would love you to share this video with them. Thank you.